Rob Corzo.
Where are you from, Rob?
I'm originally from Houma, and I moved to Lafayette in 2003. Yeah, so in high school, I played football, track, and soccer. I lettered in all three sports. Was homecoming king of football, all district, all regional. Offensive guard, the O-line, the only way to do it.
Yeah. Where'd you go to school?
Vanderbilt Catholic.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And then after high school, what was fitness like for you then?
Basically non-existent.
Okay.
You know, started working, trying to make money, work a lot of overtime, a lot of shift work, lack of sleep, and enjoying all the food of South Louisiana. And then bit by bit, I found myself over 300 pounds.
And so I know at one point you got to 300 and then you made a lifestyle change. Tell us about that.
Yeah. I did make a lifestyle change. One of which was I'm an alcoholic, and I'm proud to say I have 18 and a half years clean and sober. So the big lifestyle change there was I basically had a choice: die or do something about it. And I love my kids, didn't love myself, but I did take that action. And so anyway, here we are. And so first things first, I addressed that. But then I had a second demon, and that was this food and this lack of activity. And so slowly but surely, so around 2005, I just signed up for some 5Ks and I just walked them. And then it turned into like, a minute of the slowest trot jog you ever saw to about 4 minutes of walking, and anyway, so that kind of, that went back and forth for a while. And so 5Ks turned into 10Ks, and it eventually turned into half marathon, which turned into sprint triathlons. And then ultimately in 2011, I did an Ironman triathlon. I did a half before then. I've done a couple of marathons, a couple of other half marathons. And then shortly after doing that Ironman, I got in a car accident. I lost some weight doing all of that triathlon work. And then I got in a car accident and I had a back injury. So I was, on the couch for a little minute recovering from that. And then when I tried to resume, once I got released from the doctor and I was trying to resume that, I just couldn't get into that try position on the bike. Even in the pool, everybody, you swear by swimming, but just me staying prone in the water and my stroke, there was something that was catching in my back. And so long story short, I had a friend of mine that was doing CrossFit locally, and he was a big old dude and he got real small. And he was like, look, man, everybody's got the wrong idea about this CrossFit. They'll scale anything, man, where you just sit in a chair. You could do push-ups in a doorway type of stuff. And it was cool because he was just selling me on the idea. He didn't try to sell me on any particular box or anything like that. And I think that was like 2015. And I just Googled a name, saw CrossFit Acadiana. It's close to where I work, and I said, let's try it. And I've been here ever since.
Tell us about the impact of the relationships that you've developed in terms of staying consistent and what that's meant for you.
The relationships? Oh man, everything, absolutely. I can't begin to describe just how much strength I derive from the friends that I've made. And you know what's cool about this stuff too, and especially our culture over here at CrossFit Acadiana, is that you don't even have to become friends with these people. Everybody's just so doggone nice to each other. And I might bounce around a little bit right here, but one thing I'm really impressed with, and I tell this to Susan all the time, but like when I had my little girl over here, and then also being close to Susan, us working together and having her over here, because she's someone that I love and respect, have been knowing for a long time. There's no mistaking that there's like a lot of attractive women that come to CrossFit and different things like that. And most walks of life and facets of life that I'm involved in, I mean, guys are guys and they're bros, and you get off to the corner and you see all these pretty women. It's like, damn, bro, look at this or look at that. You know, I never once ever, I've been coming here since 2015, and I'm a guy as much as anybody else is a guy. And not one time, like, is there ever a bunch of gawking, man, did you see the yoga? I mean, I just wanted to throw that in there because I'm super highly impressed with the safe space that this is for females. And so because of that, because I'm a happily married man, there's also not a lot of environments or opportunities that I have just because being a good Christian man, faithful to my wife, love my family, and I'm not interested in all that stuff either. But because it's such a safe place over here and there's so much respect amongst the genders and just people in general, the races, I'm Latino, we have all kind of different races, people from walks of life over here. I definitely feel welcome in that aspect as well. But what's cool is I'm able in a healthy environment to develop friendships with ladies, and we, you know, and all it is just working out, encouragement, honesty, friendship. We'll actually share some spirituality and stuff like that, and it's cool.
If somebody was kind of giving up towards the end, maybe they retired, lost purpose, what would you tell someone who just doesn't feel like fitness in general is for them, let alone CrossFit?
Like if they were here?
Well, they're on the couch today, but they're seeing you chat, talk to us. What would you tell them?
Oh, what I would tell them is don't give up, and that I honestly, I believe in you guys, you know, and the staff here, all my coaches and the people I work out with. And I'm also, I feel like this is a process towards health that I'm not guessing at. I would personally extend myself to that human being and say, listen, man, come. I'm as down to earth, regular dude as you ever gonna find, maybe to a fault. But I would give them my number. I'd work out with them. I come at 8:30 consistently. If there was another time of day that was more beneficial to them, I'd come meet them until they met people or whatever else it is and make them comfortable. I would love to do something like that. And also being a dude, listen, like when I first started and it was boot camp, you know, talk about wanting to give up and quit. But I mean, you know, I'm 300 something pounds and we're just doing stuff like, I don't know, it might have been like 20 sit-ups into the lightest medicine ball, like ball slams and other stuff. And I could do all of it, but then the sit-ups, I would get to like 11 and I just couldn't do it, you know? And I kind of scooted off to the side and I just started crying. I mean, choking it back, you know, male pride and ego and all this other stuff. And I just felt just emotionally broken. And Danny was the boot camp coach at the time. And she had everybody keep going, and she came run over next to me and just got on the ground and just breathed and just talked me through. But I did it though. I finished those 20. It took me a while. They all just kept going and I just kept there and I just kept on working. That's just one little small example of a coach very early on. But then also the community, man, everybody. And then being big like that and fighting through it, the other cool thing is that, and at first it feels shameful, but then you have other people, skinny people, regular people, you know, and they come in and saying, Rob, you give me courage. I know that this can't be easy for you. I see that you know what I mean? But you keep coming and you're consistent and you try and it feels good. A little bit of, you feel like a little, you know, it's like, oh God, I'm the poster child of try hard. I mean, somewhere inside you want to be the big RX guy and all that. But that's an early experience. Eventually that just kind of dissipates. That's another thing too. You see the CrossFit games, and that's a competition. These are professionals. Someone's writing them checks, you know. Hopefully the calendar writes me a check. You know, longevity is what I'm shooting for. But it's not as competitive as a lot of people think that it is. I mean, this is definitely like the 1v1 is you versus you. You know, for me, it's me versus me. And I love that. That's all you can do anyway, you know. I mean, especially again, nobody's writing me checks, man. You know, so.
I love that, by the way. Hopefully the calendar writes me a check in terms of quality of life and longevity. That's awesome. That's great.
Right on.
Man, anything else that you just want to share about yourself or your experience?
I've said honestly, I've said the most important things to my heart that I feel about it. You know, I love you guys. I'm just telling you, man. You know, I really do. And I trust the hell out of you guys and believe in y'all. respect y'all greatly. So I just couldn't be more proud to be associated with y'all at any level, you know. So
And the feeling is 1,000% mutual.
appreciate it, man.